but you're no good for me. That's why me know send me a figure flee. Me have to take away myself. Me have to take away myself. Me have to hide like a thief in the night. Me have to get out of sight. Me have to take away myself. Have to take away myself. I have to utilize my wings. Show the eye clean where I is. I said, yeah, I find you very hard to resist. But this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play. But soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel hide like a thief in the night. May I feel get out of sight. May I feel take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Show the eye a clean berries. I said, yeah. Been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not a masochist who won't play your game, yeah. To all you move, you off me way to the core. Sayonara, the hot girl gone through the door. Take away ourselves. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Stand up, good body, girl, let me take me ourselves.
Welcome once again to another Real Stuff podcast. This is yours truly, Franco, and I'll be linking up with Flavius just as we speak. Flavius is joining us right now. So today we have for you another podcast, and we have a special guest, two special guests this morning, and that is Reggae Legend Miss Pam Hall, along with her daughter, Tafina. Yes, the entrance song that you hear, or the song that we use as our theme song, Take For Myself, that is, of course, the voice of Tafina. Flavius, as always, will be giving you Did You Know? But before we get to Flavius, today I want to tell you something. I want to thank all of you for letting us reach our 100 and plus on our YouTube channel. So that is a very big congratulations. So let me give you a round of applause. So there it is, a round of applause. Also, want to let you know as well that yesterday a lot of you been texting me asking for the video of Half Pint. Why wasn't it posted? Our show is done live, right, Flavius? Our show is live, and when we use songs from recording artists, it has to be released, or we can challenge it. So I have already challenged for the Half Pint video. It has been posted, but we get some flags. And when I say flag, because we use 4 songs, and they are copyright songs. So of course, without permission not granted, the video is not being shown in some countries. I think England, it's not shown in England, Poland, some part of the US, but it's also shown in Canada as well. So that we are working on it to be released in these countries. So today, we're going to get some flag again, Flavius. So we're going to try limit the amount of song of the artist, because, between BMI, ASCAP, and JCAP, they are the ones who collect royalty for these artists. And of course, is their artistic material, so they have to get paid. So regardless of how many permission granted to me or not, sometimes distributors have rights on some of these songs as well, and writers and and artists. So bear with us if you are not hearing some of the popular Pam Hall songs this morning, but we're gonna give you as much as we can. Okay? So Flavius, how is your morning in Jamaica this morning?
Well, we have it's clear. It's not really fully sunny yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not really overcast either. So we are expecting some sun today again.
Good for you. We have sunlight
Yeah.
this
Good morning,
morning.
good morning, listeners. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Real Stuff podcast. And as usual, special shout out to the lockdown area that is now free. In fact, that is Enfield, Another Bay, and Dover. But Jamaica as a whole is experiencing today the longest free time for a very long time. Curfew starts at 9 and ends at 5. So we have more time to be on the outside. And I haven't heard about any major restrictions. The work from home still have a week to go. So we are working with that also. But for the most part, yeah, we're not locked in. We're not locked in right now. At least I haven't heard that from last night. If any area is locked in or locked down. But a general curfew for the entire island is for 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. And that should continue until the 1st of June. Special hello to folks in the Caribbean, in all the different islands, Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Grenada, Antigua, St. Martin, St. Martin, Guadeloupe, and all the other islands, Trinidad and Tobago, Dominica, St. Kitts, good morning. And of course, I know my friend in Montreal is listening this morning, definitely. Morning, old George. I know you'll be there listening. Yes, so are we ready for the Did You Know?
I should ask you, but before, I want you to get your papers together. So we're gonna hit them with Pam Hall. We've been playing this album a lot, and one of the reasons why we're playing it because a lot of you have not heard it, and it's a good album. Strings meet the vocals, as Flavius would describe it, and it's two legends, Pam Hall and Ernest Ranglin. So as always, I'm going to give you something from it before we get into Did You Know with Flavius.
Lately, I find myself out gazing at stars, hearing guitars like someone in love. Sometimes the things I do astound me. Mostly whenever you're around me. Lately I seem to walk as though I had wings, bump into things like someone in love. Each time I look at you, I'm limp as a glove and feeling like someone in love. do astound me. Mostly whenever you're around me.
And so at around this time, each and every morning, we give you Flavius with Did You Know? Flavius, what do you have for us today?
Good morning again. Yesterday, our Did You Know was featured around 1967 and the involvement of the Caribbean cadets and especially the Jamaican cadets and their prime minister. So 1967 seemed to be had been a very busy year and a lot of things happened. Today we're going to speak about Caribana. This is now called Toronto Caribbean Carnival. The Caribbean community in Toronto, Ontario, organized this carnival for the first time in 1967 under the name Caribana as part of Canada's centenary celebration, which we spoke of yesterday. It has since, I think it was about 3 days at that time, it has since grown into a major summer event, drawing nearly 2 million people to the city every year. I think it's now a 3-week festival. My direct experience over time is that when Caribbean people travel abroad, they always get together as Caribbean people. And Caribana is one event that brings all Caribbean people together in Toronto. And it's going on from 1967 and it's still going today. It was fashioned off the Trinidad Carnival. Not the same, but I think it's pretty close. And to be getting 2 million people at a festival, I think that is very good going. Over the 3 weeks, they have almost 2 million people or 2 million people plus. Let's see what is happening here. Okay. Cultural significance. The festival was introduced to Canada by immigrants from the Caribbean. It follows a carnival format, particular following the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival, but also influenced by the street dancing and masquerade in costume found on every Caribbean island, such as Junkanoo in Jamaica, Crapover in Barbados, and other similar festivals in Cuba, Haiti, and Domrep. The carnival participants say that this event is very important to preserving and expressing their Caribbean identity. A commonality between these cultural events is a cultural legacy that is born out of slavery. Caribana also tapped into the legacy of the Caribbean Negro Women's Organization. Celebrations such as Calypso carnivals and the Emancipation Parade made a lot of room for the Caribbean to exist as such a large observance of Black Caribbean pride. Canadians within Ontario, although a majority of the members did not have Caribbean roots, from 1952 to 1964, produced, funded, and hosted annual one-day celebration of Caribbean culture through food, dance, and music called the Calypso Carnivals. So this is just giving us an idea of where it comes from. That wherever Caribbean people are, they want to show up themselves as being Caribbean. They are not really hiding away. Everybody knows where they come from by events like these, and even in their daily life. Okay, let me move on to another thing here. And if you look at the YouTube there, you will see a lot of the pictures showing what it's like, what it looks like. You have the road march, you have the costumes. I don't think the photograph depict a lot of the food, but there's always the Caribbean food from each island, bringing out their speciality like jerk, and so from Jamaica, roti from Trinidad, and all different things from the different islands. So if you're in the Toronto area during the summer, it's an event you can look forward to. It is not as big and powerful as the Trinidadian Carnival, but it's pretty close and it serves a great purpose where Caribbean people just come out and just get together and just have, fun. They just enjoy themselves for the length of time. In fact, I think they get a lot of visitors too for the carnival. It is so well established and powerful today. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. That was Did You Know with Flavius. So in case you never know, now you know. And of course, we know later on, Flavius, you and I have a lot of work to do. Because we have compiled our guest list for this week already. So we can tell you exactly who are the rest of guests that we have prepared for the rest of the week. On Wednesday, we have Omilani. She's a poet, rapper, neo-soul artist. And on Thursday, we have Dan, the man in London, giving us updates and his scoop on the football scene in London, England, and around Europe. And on Friday, storytelling time. So Flavius and I will be here, definitely. We know that. But our guest, we don't finalize that guest yet. But we know we definitely going to have storytelling. But we're going to bring in the legend, Miss Pam Hall. So while you're listening to this song, because it's magic, and it's a magical moment for us this morning on our Real Stuff podcast.
You are the one
Good morning once again, my listeners. We have on the line with us the legend, Miss Pam Hall, along with her daughter, Tafina. The song you hear in the background, Take With Myself, is done by Tafina. Morning, ladies, and welcome.
Good morning. Morning, Franco. Morning, Flavius.
Morning,
Morning.
morning.
Yes, good to have you. It's a
You
pleasure
guys
to
should
have
call yourself F team.
you. Eh?
But,
You guys should call yourself F and F team.
okay. That's a name. That's a name. I know some people will take on to it immediately as them hear it. Bishop will make sure same paste that across on us. So you ladies doing?
But why do you say that, Pam?
Because you're Flavius and he's Franco.
Yes.
I wasn't.
I am asking, you know, when I was in school in Toronto, we had 3 Fs going.
Okay.
Fred, Franco, Flavius. Yeah, we had 3 Fs.
Okay.
Okay.
So what is the weather like in your area this morning? What's the weather like in your area this morning? Really?
Pretty sunny.
Light breeze.
So the whole of Jamaica sunny this morning. Well, Miami, I get them sun now. We're getting our sun as well, so that's good. Sun coming out.
Okay.
How was it yesterday?
Yesterday was rainy. A lot of rain.
Okay.
So today it just eased up. As some people wish
we're not
it was.
getting that much rain.
Yeah, some people wish yesterday would have been today. You know? Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because, you know, they wanted to enjoy the Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Pam, let me ask you a question because I once had a chat session with you, but it was a video chat session that was back in 2013. I don't remember if I got the answer from you both with the song Boopsie, but that was the song that really draw my affection to you, because I was sitting down the day listening to the radio, and they put on the song Dear Boopsie. At the time Supercat has the Boops there, and it was, you know, digging up the airwave. So when I hear the Boopsie, I was, man, this was well thought of, because it was like you writing a letter to your Boops who was in foreign, and you're telling him that you need this or you need that, and the baby need that, you know, and your friend next door, you know, fair man, you know, him send that fair, you know. So I wanted to know how that song came about.
Well, that song came from the brain of the one and only Lord Loving there.
Okay.
I mean, who else?
Man, that was well put together, because I don't remember. Did he have a follow-up after it too? He had a follow-up on it too as well, right?
Well, you mean along the book theme?
Yeah, with the Boopsie, like he was replying to your letter.
I think so.
Yeah, I remember, but you don't hear much of it.
Well, I think I came across it the other day.
Yeah, you don't hear much of that song, you know? Well, the reason why I started out with that question, you know, because when I met you in, let me see if I can remember, Flavius. Was it, I think it was 2018, in Alpha 3. You were going to a rehearsal with some big name artists. You say you were going to rehearse with, for like Boris Gardner, etc., because you guys have a show coming up. And you were telling us about the song Take With Myself. The one that you wrote now. I love the song, not because I know you, but I love the song because it have a similarity of how Boopsie was made. Because the young lady was explaining why she have to take care of herself.
Yeah. yeah, man. I like when songs have stories. You know?
Okay.
Something that people can relate to, that you can get into and see, where is it song going, you know?
Yeah. Cause it's a love song. Somebody in love with another person, and then it's like they're going to get caught. They don't want to be seen, so they have to take with themselves. And the story in this after song for me when I listen to it is like when I hear song like this, it's very catchy. Like when I first heard the song that Spice did with Cartel, the Rumpin Shop, I heard the clean version first before I heard the X-rated version, and that too was another way. It's like what do you call him? The guy in the Caribbean, Sparrow, Sir Sparrow. Most of his songs are in a storytelling, like Saltfish. I love Saltfish.
Yeah, man, he's telling story.
And
Yeah.
I love the Gene and Dinah, because it was telling a story about when the U.S. military were in Trinidad and they were leaving, and like prostitution now become big again. The pimp them going to live good again.
Yeah, Sparrow is a storyteller par excellence. Real good
Yes.
storyteller.
But
In fact, he when he's on stage, he's looking in the audience and making up stories.
oh really?
Yeah, man, that's his genius. Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
Wow. He's really good.
Yeah, man.
That's
Really
very
outstanding.
comfortable with the crowd. Very
Oh, yeah.
comfortable.
Oh, yes. Yes. And he's been doing it a long time.
So
And guess what? He's a very good singer.
is a what?
Oh,
You don't realize.
excellent singer. Yeah, yeah. But you don't get to hear that much, because he don't sing much.
Maybe that him is a sing.
Okay.
Him is a sing Jay.
Let's start the ball rolling. Let's hear a little about Miss Pam Hall.
What do you want to know about Pam Hall?
Well,
Okay.
I guess me and Flavius know enough. Is the people that
I'm
want to
of
listen
course.
now.
No, I don't know enough
You
because
don't know enough?
I am planning to have her back a few times. So today she can just start
You could have
start
fooled
at the
me.
beginning. Start at the beginning.
Let me tell you
Okay,
something. Let me
before
tell
I
you
go to
something,
the
Pam. In
beginning.
case Flavius never tell it, this is a chat session. It's not an interview. It's a chat session.
Oh yeah,
So you can talk, and if Tafina feel free, she can jump in. And we just chit
Yeah.
chat. Yeah. So relax, sip your tea, or eat your fruits while we chat, because it's a chat session, not an interview.
we don't start
You don't want. I don't think the people want to hear me chomping on fruit.
It's the real stuff. It's the real
Before I
stuff.
go,
Mhm.
before I go to the beginning, I have to salute Bobby Digital.
Yeah.
Condolences to his family. Really exceptional producer.
Yeah.
No, I nowadays I hardly do an interview
Mhm.
without mentioning an experience I had with him.
Okay.
I was voicing I'll Always Love You, and he was the engineer. The producer was Lloyd Campbell. R.I.P. Lloyd Campbell. Big respect. Not a great producer. And so I went into the voicing room, stood in front of the mic, and you go into the studio, you go to the voicing room, and you just start running down to get a balance of the voice, right? So after we had gotten what I thought was a balance, I said to Bobby, "You ready now?" And he said, "No, I like that." I was like, "What?" Although to be honest, it's not the first time I've had that kind of experience, but I was really ready to voice now.
Mhm.
And he said, "No, me like that." And that song went on to go top 10 Billboard in Japan.
Mhm.
It lived on the reggae charts for years.
True.
Wow.
And Yeah, and it touched the upper reaches of the British Billboard charts, as well as topping their reggae charts and many other reggae charts around the place, around the world. So that is my indelible memory of Bobby Digital, who I actually spoke to about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had no idea he wasn't well.
okay.
Because I was looking to copy some DAC. So I was calling all kinds of people to see if they had working DAC machines. So he's one of the people I spoke to. So I'm glad I did talk to him, before he passed. But I had no idea that he wasn't well. So
Mm.
Never say
all right,
much, you know.
again, your work will speak for you for generations to come.
Yes, everybody who speak about him, it's just glowing, glowing, which is so good,
Yeah, man.
You do your work
Cool,
and people
Virgin.
appreciate it. That is how it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I. So we're going to the beginning now, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, big early, early.
I always loved music from I was a little baby girl, and that's probably true of every person, really. I mean, music is a gift that's been given to us. John Star. It's one of the most, if not the most beautiful thing in life. That's how I look at music. And so I've always loved music. So I used to fool around. I had a little toy piano as a little baby girl, and I used to pick out melodies. This was as a little girl
Yeah.
in England.
Okay.
I would pick out melodies on the piano, and I really did pick out melodies. And that's one of the early things I remember. I also used to play air guitar and sing.
Wow.
And one of the songs I remember, child, I never did that. Right? I always remember singing Bye Bye Love and playing air guitar. Yeah, and I would entertain visitors who came to the house. So that's those are my earliest memories. And of course, I remember a whole host of the music from back then. The library of music in my head it can rival YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, because I was always absorbing and assimilating all kinds of music.
Miss Pam, that's a lot, That is a whole heap. If you can remember.
Yeah, man.
You understand? You understand what I'm saying?
We can rival them, man.
All right, go on.
From it
What is that, Flavius?
I said from it reach, I'm really stuck.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
For instance, there's a musician who used to live in my neighborhood, and he had a trunk full of music sheets, right? And what's his name again? He's Red Rock Father, though. Red Rock Father was my good brethren, and he has also passed. God bless. So he was a guitarist. So he had this trunk filled with sheet music. Now I'm a slouch at sight reading because I've never really practiced it much, but I could read enough of the first few songs to pick up what the song was.
Yeah.
No, these are songs. These are music sheets from the 20s and the 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone had picked up. And I read the first few notes and then I just started singing it. I knew all these songs from way back then. I was not around, but I just assimilated a lot of music. So yeah, man, I challenge, man. Yeah, I can rival YouTube. So yeah, so I always enjoyed music, and my brothers and sisters did as well.
Okay.
And as we came to Jamaica and settled in, we were always singing together. And we used to sing harmonies
Mhm.
from a very early age, which was pretty unusual back then, you know. And I remember one day, Audrey and I must ask if she remembers, we were walking in Clarendon because
Yeah, the
we have
Audrey
family in
Hall is your
Clarendon.
sister.
Audrey Hall is my sister, yes.
What?
Audrey, hi Audrey.
I never know that.
Audrey Hall is my auntie.
Yeah, so you come from good
Hi,
breed.
hi.
As
If
the
you're listening
Flavius,
out
as
there.
Flavius I was saying when he first introduced me to the music of Whitney Houston, and she seems a good breed. And you know who's in the stable too? Dion Warwick.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yep,
the
yeah
family,
man.
the all family
Mm-hmm.
coach is good breed.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Same thing.
Yes,
Yes, good
Yeah.
breed.
yeah, indeed. So Audrey and I were walking now in Clarendon, walking along this
Mhm.
road. And we heard some children singing harmonies and we looked at each other. We were quite delighted because, like I said, at our young age, it was pretty unusual to have people being able to sing harmonies, and in particular children. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we used to sing along and have harmony sessions, and my brother used to fool around with the guitar and we'd sing songs, you know. And I want to tell you something. Chris Stanley, Audrey knew Chris Stanley from Wellington Town Primary School. But how this came about, now how that link came about, Audrey was here and we went out to Chris's studio. R.I.P. Chris again, Chris Stanley.
Yeah.
So we went to the studio and then Audrey looked at Chris and she said, Chris. No, I think she said Christopher. Christopher. She remembered him from primary school.
Whoa.
And then,
Okay.
yeah, and then it came out that he used to come to our house to hear us sing because we would stand on the veranda steps and sing, and neighbors would come and, yeah, that's like we put on a little concert.
Yeah.
And Chris is telling us that he used to come and listen to us back then. I mean, that was so amazing. So, yeah, a long time we are performing. Yeah, so all that went on, and I would continue. I would sing at school, at primary school. I would sing at concerts with other children. Sometimes two of us. And so my music involvement kept going from there.
Somebody in the
Wow.
chat
I'm not
room.
going to lie though. Before you go further, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I hear these stories and stuff, but you know, the older you get and you hear it again, you understand the magnitude even more. And I'm saying, I wish I could have heard a young Pam Hall and Audrey Hall because I'm
Yeah.
just thinking about it. Like, yeah, you're singing in front of little people. You're doing this you're doing this a long time now. And I think about other groups too who spoke about doing that in front of people, you know, as little kids, and how the people had to pay them and everything, and them have to sit down and listen, and them going to them parents' workplace and things. So
Mhm.
I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, my mom did these things too, because I didn't, you know, I have a kind of different path. But, you know, to hear that she did all of that, I find it very amazing.
True, true.
Oh yeah.
You can continue.
Somebody in the
Yeah,
chat
I
room
mean,
just
looking back,
mentioned about Hoodie, Pam and Hoodie. Was there a group, Pam and
Yeah.
Hoodie?
I do it.
I'm on Woody.
Yeah, thank you, Mikey
Yes.
Campbell from Canada, for bringing that out. See, another music lover, Pam Hall, because I never knew of Pam and Hoodie. Who was Hoodie?
Oh,
Who was
yeah,
Hoodie?
man. Woody,
Mhm.
Orville Wood,
Okay.
my co-worker at the Gleaner. That's how I met Woody.
Oh, So you were at the Gleaner too as well. So that mean, coach, that
Yes.
means that you should you and what's his name? Wayne
Wayne, she
man.
was there.
Yeah. Cause Wayne
She was
said,
there with Wayne, yeah.
so why you never shout it out the
Wayne,
other
let me tell
morning
you,
when we had Wayne on?
I have to
I didn't
learn
know
how to
that.
do that. I don't know. I'm technologically challenged. I don't know how to make comments and all that yet.
Okay,
But that's a
okay.
whole other set of things. Let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Wayne was at the Gleaner. Woody was at the Gleaner.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine named Pauline, who was the girlfriend of Kinga, was at the Gleaner.
Mm-hmm.
So I met all those people. Plus, Kinga used to live in my neighborhood as well. So it's a whole host of experiences I had with these people.
Yeah.
Now, with Wayne and Woody, they had a group called Time.
Mm.
But even before that, Woody and I, we used to book up in the canteen, and he was always singing. And we ended up talking about music. I don't remember any details of how we came to know what, but we talk about music and stuff. And of course, we eventually recorded. But before that, before doing any recording, like I said, there was this group named Time. And Wayne was in the group, and so was Woody. And they would perform all over. And I would perform with them as well, not as a member of Time, but there would be a show. So they do some songs, and then I come on and do some songs, and Woody and I would do some songs. And I remember to top it off, we used to do United We Stand. We used to do a version of it. And everybody would take a little solo imitating somebody. I would imitate Rita, and various people would imitate other people. And, we used to have a nice showcase, if you want to call it that. So that is from way back then with Wayne. As a matter of fact, I heard that song you was talking about, that first song, I Still Love You. I heard it before it came out because I buck up on one of them and I said, listen to this. And I said, wow, that's a nice song. It was a huge hit. So that is one part of the experience at the Gleaner. The other part where it really got started was with Tina. So Tina, Pauline, and I, we used to hang out. We'd go to the beach. We'd talk about music, and And the very first recording I did was with Tina.
Hey, say about me, about Singer Road, and him tell me that I had to hear it from Singer. Yeah. Yes, it's true.
Well, go on, Pam.
Sorry, sir.
Hey, Tafina, that was a shocker to you, right?
Yo, man. But, just play it cool same way.
Yeah. One of the songs I remember, because we did that song at Channel One, You Should Never Do That.
Yeah.
And I remember being in the studio waiting, and the Diamonds are recording. Africa is the land of love. I always remember that song, because that was playing over and over in the studio when we were waiting to record. So, yeah, man. So that's Tina, Woody. So it's like the Gleaner was a hotbed of music in a sense, because Pauline was a good singer as well.
Mm-hmm.
Audrey is now in the chat room. Man. I think Audrey is in the live chat room now. But
Audrey
Hall, hi auntie.
but let me ask you something, because and this is something somebody threw at me once, and then I asked Flavius, and him say, yeah, man, you were also a part of the we call it the eye trees. It's like sometimes if somebody, you would fill in for one of the members if they're sick or anything.
Yeah, yes, I have worked with them a few times. I've done tours with them.
Yeah.
The last time I toured with them was actually in 2012.
What?
That was a show.
That was the we are taxing, man.
Yeah, we did some shows in South America
Mm-hmm.
as well as in Europe.
So you've been on
And
stage with
when
Bob then, right? The legend.
no, not with Bob. I've been in studio with Bob.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
with Bob now. It was Rita's version of thank you, Jack, for what you've done for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And Woody, Rita, and I did the harmonies.
Wow, man.
And I noticed Bob, his ideas came at warp speed, man. Ideas were flowing. Yeah, I got a chance to see the genius close up. Yeah, indeed. I mean, I've seen elsewhere, you know, but that's the one time I actually worked with him. I remember seeing Bob, you know, and Bob was just rhyming
like the rain go
senselessly. Rhyming senselessly, just talking foolishness. So I said to myself, but you him fool like the rest of it. Yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, I am proud to say I knew him a bit and did a little work with him because the man was amazing. You know, some people like to say too much Bob. Just do your work. Just do your work and create your legacy. Bob. Right? Yeah. And he does have good good PR, good management for his catalog, and his family really works his catalog. And so it should be.
Pam.
But this too much Bob argument.
Hey, Pam.
Yeah, too much.
Pam.
Do your work and earn your stripes, you know?
Pam, somebody want you talk about the Harold Butler era and your harmony career.
Okay.
And that's Raymond Hall. I think that's Raymond Hall. That's your brother?
Yes, that's my brother. He's a very good singer as well.
He's in the chat room too. He's in the chat room as well.
Yeah, Harold, no. Harold was a young man way ahead of his time.
True. I agree with you.
Yep.
A gentle genius.
Yeah, man. That's a straight genius.
Oh yeah.
If I was thinking, I would have sent you a link with some of his jazz work that he was doing early, because he did that jazz album. Awesome work. Awesome work.
I will hold you at that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. He
jazz already.
he was a perfectionist. Extremely talented, and he was a perfectionist. And it was my pleasure and challenge to work with him.
Okay.
This is another story I tell otherwise. Willie Lindo and Harold. Oh God, they were a tag team.
Yeah.
And Woody was a little intimidated by them because they were perfectionists. So this night now, we're working in Aquarius and we're doing background vocals for One Step.
Very song? One Step Ahead, right? Yeah. I have a question on that to ask you, but continue your story before I ask you that question.
Yeah.
Because I was just writing it down too.
Okay. Yeah, man. Barris. That's my next one. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Awesome singer, awesome writer, would perform, you know? And I have to heal up Willie Lindo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that night now, we're working Woody, myself, and another sister named Pam. We're doing the harmonies on one step. And we work for a couple of hours. Willie and Harold, they're not satisfied. So, yeah, so the team is changed. Other people come in, but I am doing it. And we work and work and work and work and work. They're not like that. And then we had another team, which I was in. And we work and work and work and work. They're not like it. Till I said, Pam, just do all of the harmony. I'm coming to think of it. I'm not going to swear, but that could be the first song which I did all the harmonies. I've done it many times since, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to swear, but thinking about it now, that probably was the first time I did that.
Okay.
So I did the harmonies, and that's how it came out, with me doing the harmonies, all the harmonies. But after that, I also did the harmonies for Oh, I Miss You. So, you know, that is grueling hours of work.
Oh, yeah.
And at the time, I was a little bit fluid. So, okay, finish working, and I step out the studio, and it is broad daylight. I'm like, oh my, wow.
That's how dark the
Broad
club was.
daylight.
No windows that you could know that daylight was coming.
No,
You were inside, you know.
studio, yeah, studio social.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I had to go to work at the cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
That's yes.
That's like you go party and forget up the next hour for go work.
Yes. Oh, yes.
All right. I have two questions to ask because somebody in the chat room.
That's it. By that time, I had no voice.
Okay.
No voice. So I wasn't able. I was supposed to work with Boris on the One Love concert, but I had no voice. Couldn't do nothing. But at least that music is still out there.
True. All right. Yeah. Two questions, but I'm going to ask the one that Audrey, I think, just mentioned. At the age of 10, you had a group. What was the name of the group? You remember
Yes. Yeah, man. 10-year-old, and I'm singing the low harmony.
What was the name of the group again? The Petals?
The Petals, yes. That's Audrey, myself, and our friend Paula. And, you know, Audrey, we probably should record that song. You know? We never have recorded that song. There's a song that we used to sing. I think Audrey wrote the song. And, yeah, we sang that song, and we were almost going to go into recording. But my aunt, who was a Christian lady, she was like, not now. Not now, you're kind of young, you know?
Are you glad she did that?
Oh, yes. Very happy. The entertainment business is not a child's world. I'm sorry, it's not a child's world. Unless you have serious parental guidance and presence. It's not a child's world. So, yeah, okay. I'm glad that we didn't. I mean, I've heard of child artists being given alcohol and that kind of thing, you know? Heavy prices have been paid for
years ago,
children getting into the business.
Years ago, I get a copy of a song with Beres Hammond and Marcia Griffiths. I think the name of the song was I Don't Know Why, But I Know I Love You. Then recently, I came across a song with Barry Salmon and Pam Hall, and it's the same song. Which one of you do that song before? Was it you and Barry, or was it Barry and Marcia before?
I don't recall ever doing that song. That sounds like a mistake.
Well, that's what it say on it. Barry and Pam Hall, and the voice sound like you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, first send that to me.
All right, I'm gonna
Can
send
you
it
hear
to
that?
you.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You have
Frank
a
is speaking
Sharika
there.
Wilson say hi, Auntie Pam and Taf.
Sharika
Hi,
Wilson
Sharika.
is my big sister.
And Errol Willow is listening.
And that's our father.
Book of Life.
The whole family life, man.
Book of Life was the
Boy.
first duet
Big up the fam.
to get Song
Yes.
of the Year. Harold Butler stamps again with Pam and Woody. Do you want to comment on that?
Well, those were nice times, you know.
Boy, Pam, your
That
history book big, you know. This is like an encyclopedia, what you call it, volume or volumes.
bigger than YouTube. Oh,
Tell you. But Flavius really never know much then. In coach,
No look so.
you never know
look so.
much.
YouTube going ban me. I'm like someone bigger than them.
Yeah.
And I rival them. But it's all
Yeah, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, that song was a huge hit in Jamaica. I mean, to this day, people remind me about that song, Book of Life. And I have been approached by several male artists who would love to redo it with me. As a matter of fact, I did redo it with Woody, and I also redid it with Grub, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah. A big tune, man. Written by Mr. Harold Butler.
Yeah.
Mm.
I remember when I first heard Barry, I was listening to E.T. one evening. He used to come on JBC, and he was playing the Want to Give Me a Piece of Your Time. That's how I remember it. When I'm in love with you without control. And for that reason, every night from Monday to Friday, E.T. comes on at 8 o'clock on JBC. I have to listen to E.T. because he always play that song. And that's how I first know Barry as like a ballad singer before him start do Lovers Rock.
Right. Cynthia Flush, R.I.P. Cynthia. Boy, we have lost so many friends.
Oh, yeah.
She and I did those harmonies. Yeah, for that song.
But you see, that's what I tell you. See, the recording business in Jamaica don't promote female artists as much as how they push the male. Because as I said, I don't remember about Woody and Pam. Mikey just remind me. But as I said, I first captured the voice with Dear Boopsy. And it's because Supercat had Boops out, and that was like another version of Boopsy. And I start following up, who's this lady? And them say Pam Hall, and I start realizing, so she do a lot of songs. So when one day I remember I was talking to Flavius, and I don't know your name came up, and he mentioned, say, oh yeah, Pam Hall, I know Pam Hall. I say, you lie, man. Oh, you know Pam Hall. I never know Flavius was dabbling in the reggae music scene like that. And him say, all right, when you come back to Jamaica, go make you meet her. That was it.
Yeah, man. Oh, yes, Flavius. Flavius, I'm a brethren, bona fide.
Bona fide Adrian.
Yes, I.
I know you know a lot of musicians, and the guys them from Chalice, Ban and Azzy and Stevie G, because I used to go with him by Lady Musgrave, go watch them play football, but that's not about it. I never knew it. He was in the scene like that.
Yeah, we know a lot of musicians, yeah. But
so Tafina,
musicians,
one thing though, Pam. I mean, the problem is that not enough people don't know that Pabal have 13 albums or 14 albums or whatever.
That's true. That's true.
And when I check it out, the amount of other songs that are not on any albums, you probably could have about 20 more albums because a lot of songs that you did over the time.
Yeah.
That you
Yeah,
recorded.
that's true.
That's true. You probably need to sit down and collate them and and decide what you put together and put a few albums.
I want to tell you something. You see the one named Errol Wilson.
Yeah.
Prolific songwriter.
Mr. Wilson, yes. I know.
Yeah. So the other day, last year I think it was, or maybe year before, I said, Willow, I want to really get serious now about registering our songs. Still need to be more serious, but I have been doing better. So I said, please send me a list off the top of the head of songs that can start registering. The man sent me a list of 70 songs.
Well,
I said,
I rest my case. I rest my case.
You never know so much songs we write. And I have added a good 30 or so more to that since. So yeah, man, Mr. Wilson.
I don't think you're helping out the world enough because people need to hear these songs. They
absolutely,
do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's true. That's for us.
We can't stop with the people and the people don't want to hear. So they know that they want to hear. But as soon as they hear.
And in this age now, in this multimedia age now, we can do more to promote than before.
Hold it more. I think you should probably do a few albums, just from what you have. Because you have, like I say, you easily have at least 20 albums sitting down there somewhere that you can put together.
With singles.
And you don't duplicate any song. But as we go along, Pam, I heard a little about the old Japan experience. Probably want to tell us a little about the Japan experience.
Please go into that, Ms. Pam. I've been waiting to just say I want to hear about that too, and I want the world to hear about it. So.
Yeah, well, the Japanese experience was pretty tremendous. I had been to Japan once before. Nadine and I were doing harmonies for a Japanese artist. I'm trying to remember his name. Anyway, Pee-wee, I think that was his name. Or PJ, I think. So that was my first experience of Japan. And they are so enthusiastic about music, Anyway, a few years after that now, after having done I'll Always Love You, we heard that it was doing well in Japan. And it was really climbing up the charts, So, of course, that was good news. Eventually, because by this time it was a huge hit in Japan. And we went to Japan and spent a couple of weeks doing in-store signings. People would line up with their records and we would sign. By this time, we had done an album, So people would line up in the record stores and, we'd do interviews and stuff and people would come line up and I would sign the albums for them. And we did a lot of TV and radio drops all over Japan. We travel all over. And after that, now we had to do Japan Splash. So we had already been there for weeks. Now performing for Japan Splash, the Japan Splash shows were huge shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I would normally start when I'm going to sing I Love Legend. I still do it that way. I started a cappella.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be able to get the F of the if out before the crowd would go crazy. Wow. I just said the E.
And then start
it was
ball
pandemonium. And yeah, I would do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I would do that a couple of times, right? And I would do it again. Mm-hmm. Same response, over and over.
So you could have mashed up the place with two words.
Yeah.
Well, no,
one letter. One letter.
Yeah, me never get to say the if. So that's a E.
And then no coming.
And while they're doing that now, because right before I went to Japan, I was working with this Japanese girl doing harmony for her. And we had a little exchange. I would help her with some English and Patois, and she would help me with Japanese. So I knew a few phrases and words, and
Wow.
So when I went to Japan, I was kind of prepared for that. So when they're saying no, when I say E and they're going crazy, I think I'm telling them I love you in Japan and thank you and so on. And that's when I had to start picking up the words still. So I would tell them, I still and thank you and all of that. I love you and stuff in Japanese. That would take a few minutes before the song actually got underway. It was a tremendous experience.
Tell us about the mall.
And pardon?
Tell us about the mall in Japan where a U.S. soldier recognized you, and they had to draw security for you. every reggae album in the mall was sold out, and you had was to sign them.
Yeah, man. And sometimes it will get scary, the enthusiasm will get a little scary sometimes. I remember us being in clubs and everybody would come. They want autograph and picture, till I started to get a raving headache.
Yeah?
And then they would have to, all right, come, carry me, into a road class area so I could get a break. Yeah, man, it was really awesome. And then in the record stores, my album was right beside Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston. A big something I'm talking about.
You know that.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it was really a beautiful experience for me and for Willow. And that first album, we also had about 4 original songs on it as well. So the songwriting part was keeping pace with everything else.
Yeah.
The harmony thing now.
Well, my guests, I seem like I've lost my listener, my guests, so I'm going to hit you some more with some Tafina, and then we get back, all 3 of them on the line.
All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know what set me a think of flee. Me have to take away myself. Me have to take away myself. Me have to hide like a thief in the night. Me have to get out of sight. Me have to take away myself. Have to take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Show the eye clear where I is. I said, yeah, I find you very hard to resist. But this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play. But soon you're gonna see the light of day.
Yes, we're back. We're back with the legend Miss Pam Hall, along with the up and coming artist, her daughter Tafina. Sorry about that, Pam. Ladies, you're back again online. Continue where you left off, Pam.
Where did we have to?
Pardon me?
I'm going to need a reminder.
I think you were talking about the Japan thing,
The mall.
the mall, and the rope off. That was a rope off the club because you were getting
Yeah.
a splitting headache, and then I think little after that, the call start rerouted, and it just cut you guys off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. We have been discussing, well, there was another question about the harmony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, harmony.
My harmony
That's
was.
the word. That's the word, harmony.
Yes. So, yeah, I've always gotten great pleasure out of harmonies. I just love, well, honestly, I love every aspect of music, really. But, you know, one of my early experiences is, yes, doing harmonies. I've always loved that. Then I was in school choirs and church choirs, and I always, in fact, when I was in a choir, I would know everybody's part. I would know the bass, the tenor. I used to love singing the alto just because I love harmony.
Okay.
And of course, I would know the lead. And if anybody has trouble, I just remind them of them parts. We used to just know everything. So, yes, I do enjoy doing harmonies. And when I go into a studio and put harmonies, I call it dressing up a song, I get satisfaction from that.
Wow.
I love doing it.
But
For me, it's not an ego thing that, oh, me not doing harmony for nobody and blah, blah, blah. Actually, harmonies are fairly technical, you know? But I get the pleasure from doing it and listening back to what I did. And yeah.
But my experience is that people think of you as the queen of harmony in Jamaica.
Oh. Well, that's okay.
I tell
you have a lot of good harmony singers out there now.
I tell you, you're like a Sissy Houston, you know, but you're not listening to me.
Yeah. No, if I may interject, I remember during Franco. I remember going to the studio at Pam one day, right?
Yeah.
And this guy come out meet her, you know. All smiles, you know, and what he said, I always remember. Come Miss Pam, come pretty up my music.
Pretty
I
up.
don't know who you
Yeah, yeah.
but I remember it distinctly. I can't forget that. They come pretty up my
I
music.
remember. I remember, but it's always my pleasure to pretty up the music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, yeah, so I like that now. I cannot, I find stuff that I worked on that I don't remember, which is why, like, for instance, I found an album where it was a Tony Puff album. I did all the harmonies. I did not remember doing it. So I used to assume that I would remember everything. I don't remember anything. So what I do now, and I would advise other people to do this, I write what I've done. I write the date. I have a book. Well, more than one book now. I've gotten really serious about doing it in recent years. I write the date, the name of the song, the name of the producer, and what I did, and I ask them to sign it.
Okay.
Because you might be claiming on a song that you worked on, and they'll ask you, the organization that you're claiming to might ask you for additional
Proof.
information.
Yeah.
Yes. So I said, rather than going back to ask the person for proof, I don't just make a note. I ask them to sign to it. Not just to sign. I print their name and have them sign over it. Because by the next week, you can look and say, who this? So it's important to get that printed version of the name. But yeah, so I keep better track now,
Mr. Wilson say you're too humble.
There's a lot.
Mr. Wilson say you're too humble.
Yeah.
She's not giving the real deal. She don't take or give herself the credits she earned.
All right, Willow.
You have your aunts. I think you have your aunt Yvette and some other people in England listening. They're online listening as well.
Okay.
I'm monitoring. I'm monitoring the live room because this was supposed to be Flavius around this.
Yeah,
Let's start. Yeah, I'd like to let me just greet all the listeners.
Yes.
All the listeners. Bless upon us. Bless on up. Bless upon us. Love on us. And I'm very happy that you're here listening to us. Okay, you were saying?
Yeah, I was saying, Taf.
Hey.
Hello? Are you there? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
You have grown up with a legend mother in the musical world, and now you're a musician yourself, a singer yourself.
Yes, that's correct.
Give us a little, thing about you and, how it has been for you and, things like that.
Well, me, I can't rival YouTube. Let's start there. So let's just get that out the way. So,
Not yet.
However, I'm very honored. I'm very honored to fall under the tree of a legend such as Pam Hall. My journey started, I believe it started from before I was even born. I just feel like the spirit of music just say, you I got the music and just poof. So when I came out into the world, I just came out into just a bubble, a big old bubble of music. So my mother, she bust music to me and my brother from we are baby, all kind of music she exposed me to. I'm talking about Spyro Gyro, I'm talking about Herbie Hancock and many others. The list goes on. So, even when I would naturally sing to myself because I was extremely shy, I would, naturally ad-lib anything that was pretty jazz-like, and it expanded. My brother has also been a big influence on me musically. My father has been my greatest influence as it relates to knowing Pam Hall's music because I would only hear Pam Hall in the studio when she, finished doing a track or so. But it was my father that would play her song, play and play and play it, And so he exposed me and my sister to it. He exposed her cousins to it. I just remember the days of the summers in New York and stuff. So it was because of him why I knew my mother's music, and she was so surprised. She didn't even know, but didn't know the background vocals, and she didn't know the parts them so easily and so quick. And I credit my father for that. I credit the radio for my musical knowledge, and so I'm here now, coming out to the world with my own music, you know. I respect my mother and I follow in her footsteps, but you know, I'm creating my own path. So that's me, and I'm a singer. I'm
Which is sure.
uh, yeah, that's very true. I'm a singer.
I'm a
I'm a
keyboard
songwriter.
player.
I can help myself, definitely.
Yeah.
You know.
I've heard
Yeah,
that, yeah.
I love playing music. I'm very, you know, very hands-on.
Can I interrupt?
Creative process is concerned. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I interrupt? I'm going to say the same thing that her father says. She doesn't give herself enough credit. She is way better than I am with the keyboard. Way, 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 way better. She's quite good. So there you go, Mister. Continue.
Well, I never said I was better than you. I didn't say I wasn't better than you. So guess I was wrong. But yes, I'm troubling you. But I am a singer. I am a songwriter. I love to compose music. I guess you would call me a producer of some sort. Definitely. And I'm here exposing my music to the world. I also must thank you for, you know, allowing people to hear my music through your platform. You know, I hear it every time as
Every day.
Yes.
That's a team
I
song.
said every day.
That's a team
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very honored and I thank you very much. Very, very considerate. So there's that about me.
Yeah, really want to thank you.
Repeat that.
You know, if
We are
it
the one
wasn't
to
good, it
thank
would-
you. We are the one to thank you for allowing us to use the song.
And if it wasn't good,
You are most welcome.
if it wasn't good, it wouldn't be there for sure.
Well, I like the honesty.
Yeah.
I like the honesty. And
But
I must credit Miss Hall, Miss Pam. She wrote the song, she produced it. I must credit Dwight Pinkney for, you know, gracing us with his talent. The guitar on the song. I credit Fata for mixing the song. I credit Douglas Flanagan for recording it. I credit Willow for his contribution to the lyrics and the melody and the ideas. I credit myself as well. So I credit everyone, and I appreciate the you know, the effort. You know, it's a team thing. It's a team thing. You know,
Robbie Lynn.
Pardon me? Robbie Lynn. Oh my God, so sorry. Yes, I have to credit him for the keys and stuff. So and
Hi, Robbie.
big up Robbie. Shout out.
Hi, Dwight.
So we have something new to look forward to in the near future.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
It might surprise you because it's quite different from what you are hearing now. You know, I think you know how it is sometimes.
Is it jazz? Is it jazz?
No, it's not jazz.
Okay.
Is it reggae?
Yeah. Not yet. Not jazz yet.
Is it reggae?
No, not jazz yet.
This one is not reggae. You just have to stay tuned.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, somebody, Mr. Wilson asked, said, Pam, if you remember the day when you were driving and Taff took a high note and I Will Always Love You.
Oh, yes. We were so amazed because she was a tiny baby.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And she sang the note long. She held it out, and then she was singing some of the ad libs that I was doing too. You know, after we couldn't believe it. This little baby.
Could the baby talk?
Yes.
Could the baby talk at that time?
Yeah, you could talk, but you were very small.
It was more than baby talk.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Okay.
Hey, Pam, were you ever involved in Jamaica Festival Song Contest? Did you have anything to do with it? Well,
yeah, man.
Clevelle Wilson
Willow and I
just noted that to us.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Come in at this That's the song.
Coming
I
at
think we
this.
had entered a song before that too.
Yeah.
It didn't make the finals, but Coming at This made the finals.
Okay.
And eventually it placed third.
I remember coming at this.
But Mr. Willow, you see, when I'm Malaysian now, I do nothing. All right, to backtrack a little. I had learned a lot of how to perform and relate to the audience and so on with Woody. Right, we had some valuable experience. You know, I gained a lot of valuable experience with Woody, and he would teach me how to relate to the audience and so on. Okay, so now comes festival time now, and we have the song out there now, and the song is people used to like the song, so we have to perform now. Have to perform, and Willow is like compound. This is what I want to say. The audience and work on the choreography of how you're going to dance and stuff and that. I tell me no I do nothing. If you want to lay down, no I do nothing. We say come, practice and practice man how to the choreography, everything. And then another thing we added to the performance is that when we went anywhere to perform, Willow would go around and find out the names of the various passes, the various communities surrounding where we're going to perform.
Okay.
So, yeah, so performance time now, music staff and I just pull up and just heal up all the various people, you know?
Yeah.
That's alone. Yes, that's alone, give big forward. And then we perform the song and, you know? And we added lyrics too. We added DJ lyrics. We had a little DJ part in it, but we added more DJ lyrics for the performance. Some speed rapid thing, you know? So I ended up with Rory and we both had from this performance. So yeah, that was a landmark. That was a quantum leap in terms of my performance on stage. And I will thank Willow for that. Even though I'm a bit of a slave driver, but yeah. So in fact, somebody, and I hope to find that song one day, somebody took a piece of that song, Coming Like This, and put it in their song. So one of these days I find it. I haven't seen it for a while. I don't remember who the artist was or what. But yeah, that was landmark. And I was the only lady in the competition. So that's another reason why we have to step it up. Take it to the man. Them Loving There was in that time too. Loving There, Electric Jed, Robert French. It's just some popular artists. And the crowds, each crowd was like a sunsplash. Big crowds, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know why festival get too small now, man. Yeah, that was probably the last of the really huge festival shows. Big shows.
The performance, yeah, no. Pam, do you remember a show that you did that I consider one of the best shows I've ever seen? Where you sang until you could not stand up. You had to sit down.
Which was that? I don't remember.
Somewhere in St. Vincent.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I remember that show. And Frankie Paul was on it, right?
No, man. You weren't ready.
Oh, that kind of, wait. Oh, I'm thinking of Grenada.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Grenada. Yeah, St. Vincent. I remember that show with Roddy. And on the plane, you know, I introduced Roddy to pistachio nuts.
Oh, okay.
So I gave him one and I said, when you want more, you know. So I gave him the one. And he ate it, of course. He kept asking for more.
Well, we
All
just
right,
say,
ready.
Sasha, we didn't say which artist that, but it was not.
Franco,
Yeah,
that
I'm
was
here.
showing up.
I'm here.
That was a show. When the show ended,
Mhm.
nobody got up. Everybody sit down and waited for the second show because the second show started and the performance could not stand up and sing anymore.
Mhm.
They were tired and wet and still singing about another hour and a half because one man said, oh, one little old man come and say, it's our anniversary, you know.
Mhm.
And them sing a song for him and them wife dance and the show start over.
Cause I'm anniversary.
Oh,
I've never seen a show
yeah.
like that.
And I have to say again, R.I.P. R.I.P. Roddy.
Yeah, Roddy, yeah.
Roddy have a sweet voice.
Oh, yeah.
Good friends we've lost
Yeah.
and good friends we've found along the way. Yeah, man. Love
Oh,
you.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what they show now, I can tell you.
Yeah, man.
Well, I must tell you, the next time I went to St. Vincent, you know, I found myself in trouble with a town.
Mm-hmm.
Because a guy came up to me and said, what kind of thing does he do? What kind of thing do you do? I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything. He said, yes. So you bring the queen, come, and you never make me know.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I was not here. The man was very upset, man. I was very, very
Next
upset.
time, Reggie. Next time.
Yeah, that's what I tell him.
Old
That's all
George,
I can say.
old George said to big you up, cause he
Oh,
walked
yes.
days and night while listening to your
Yeah,
songs.
man. Yeah. And I walk to them a lot of the time, too. Big
Yes.
up,
Most
old
of the
George.
time. Mm-hmm. Yep. Most of the time,
Yeah,
man.
man.
So tell me a
Yeah,
little
that
bit
was
about
epic.
the string meet the voice.
Oh,
If you have ever heard the term the string meet the voice, you are the voice,
no,
Ernest is
no.
the string.
Testament.
Boy, that no. For me,
Mm-hmm.
big honor to work with an absolute musical genius,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ernie Rankin, one of the best guitarists the world has ever seen. Yeah, it was my great pleasure to do that album. I thought, yeah, I did to tell my grandchildren, hi, Seth, my grandson.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I really told him, so I'll make sure I tell him now. Because I did say, yeah, I did to tell my grandchildren that I did an album with Ernie Rankin. It was. I do like working with one instrument.
Mm-hmm.
That's another area of, me like everything. So what can I say? But in particular with a guitarist, I don't know why, like working with a guitarist. And I've worked with piano too. But there's a lot of stuff I'd love to do. Like work with a drummer or work with a bassist, kind of thing. But
You have your
yeah,
computer
that's
on,
all.
Pam? Pam, you have the computer on?
No.
Something I give you a little feedback there.
Mm.
Let me close this door in case I'm getting anything from tough. I don't know. He's not in the same room with me, but
Okay.
yeah, the door.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So working, we also contributed some original songs, Willow and I.
mm-hmm.
And when the album was being launched, Mr. Patterson was like, oh, there's like you say, but say, Pam Hall bright, because them doing this classic jazz, they stick with doing classic jazz, and them have original in there too, Yeah, but
when you're big,
I always remember. Pardon?
when you're big, you're big. Oh.
Yeah, man. I remember one of the songs he was doing. Well, it should often happen, but this particular one, I remember when Ernest starts solo, he goes some place, right? So I'm watching Ernest, and I'm saying, how am I going to get back? I'm going to find a way back. I'm gone to the moon, So with this, but I'm usually there with it. But this time now, I'm there one day, I'm going to get back. And then get back and left me. I thought that's so funny. I was so distracted. Look where I'm going. I'm not come back to this thing, And I reach back and me laugh. But yeah, man, amazing experience, amazing musician. Ernie, wherever you're there right now, big up. You're an inspiration. And I've worked on stage with him a couple of times, like before we did this album. I remember working on stage with Ernie. And it just pushes to our next level of performance, man. Yep.
Well, Pam, I will tell you again, that is in my top 5 list of all albums. Really, really, really special. Yes, really special. Speak about the one thing I did enjoy thoroughly. I think you did with Kathy Brown.
You mean you have a recording of it?
No, not a recording. It was a live thing.
Oh.
For the RBTT. That RBTT.
Yeah, Kathy is awesome. Kathy is an awesome musician. I haven't seen her for a while. Hail up, Kathy.
I haven't heard about her at all.
Yes, I'm going to hunt her down.
Yeah.
Seriously. Excellent musician.
Guys,
yeah, Mom.
I'm going to play a song. If you don't mind. Audrey just requested it. Sweetest Sound. Guess it brings back memory.
Oh.
So I'm going to hit it up for you. Sweetest Sound.
Okay.
But I don't really care. You were there with
Yes, yes, indeed. Big tune, big tune. Sweetest sound from Pam Hall. Pam, let me ask you a question. You
Yeah.
have worked with so many talented people. I have never, since we talk in 2013 and now, I never really asked you the question. Did you have any favorite group, like American group that you used to listen to, British group or
Um,
artist?
the, yes, before we went to that, let's hear yeah, you one of my all-time favorite
Mm-hmm.
DJs. He's on that track too.
Oh, big youth, yeah.
Um, yeah, man, and all the musicians who played on that track, especially the one Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
He played bass. Actually, did he actually put the use part in the song, and this was
Mm-hmm.
before that kind of thing got all that popular.
Okay.
So big up that song with Donald Trump on Willow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it that song, the Polynesian people, them take that song for them say for them one. That's how they behave with that song.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember once I had a show in Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just going to sing a piece of that song, as a part of a medley. But the background singers had a daughter there who, when I stopped, she kept on singing the song. I said, well, okay then. Little girl. So we had to do the whole song. But in 2015, we went to do a show
Mm-hmm.
in Salt Lake City. The name of the show was Sweetest Sound.
Okay.
Right. So when Tafina and I went through the customs, whatever, and now we're walking in the airport to go to our luggage,
Mm-hmm.
and we hear some drums, and we look at each other. We didn't know what was happening, and then we see this group of Polynesian people.
Mm-hmm.
They have a drum troupe, they have dancers, and that was our welcome party.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what you
I
call,
remember.
You
you
remember
call love.
Tafina?
Hmm?
I remember walking in the airport with her and hearing the music and saying, "Oh, wow, them airport are extra E. Them have
Mm-mm.
music and so that's nice." So we are walk and other people are look to and then we stop and I say, Pam Hall. I say, "Oh wow, wow, okay, nice, good, them professional, good." So
Mm-mm.
what I'm looking for, and then we just see some people run towards you with some big old Hawaiian necklace and put on you. I'm frightened now. I'm like,
Mm.
"Oh, wow, go ahead," but and then they stop and he started this bugger chanting and the drums, and I was like, wow, okay, so this is for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was the start of a crazy journey, and I got to see for myself the magnitude. I got to see how big it was, and to be on stage and performing, and I saw so much youth in the audience, people my age and younger, selfies, videoing themselves,
Mm-hmm.
singing to her songs and singing every ad lib, every harmony, and word for word. And I was thrown. I was totally thrown. I got to witness it, so
True,
that's
true.
my take. And they were so loving.
The legend,
You were
man.
saying
The
something?
legend. No, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
Tafina,
yeah,
yeah, for the past 2 weeks, we have been chatting with a number of musicians, but
yeah.
none of them from your generation. So can you tell us based on your generation, where do you see the music going, or where would you like to see it going? Go.
Okay, okay. Well, I can tell you, I would love to see. I would love to see more of us younger ones really into the soul of the music. I would love to see us pushing our pen, pushing our melodies, pushing the passion and the quality of the music, and really taking themselves and taking those listening on a high. I think a lot of us are searching for that and are not currently satisfied. There are people who are trying, and some of them are underground, and some are getting the airplay that they want. But but definitely with the pushing, it can get there. But I think we're searching. We're definitely searching for that feeling. The other day, a few days ago, I believe we were reminded of what we can do on that thing that they had with Beanie Man and Bounty Killer, the versus thing. I think it was a good reminder for us and an inspiration for those coming up to take it to the next level, and that a certain level of energy is not necessarily going to cut it, or a certain level of soul or lacking of soul in the music not going to cut it. So that's what I want to see. And I think we can definitely get there and be reminded that it's not just about the bling, not just about the colors and the lights. I want to see us balancing that with a high quality level of music and have that friendly competitiveness that really pushes you to bring out your best. That's what I really want to see.
True.
Because then you're going to have people now. I say, I can't flap. After this, after that. What am I going to know? And you push yourself and you accomplish things, or you touch levels that you never even know you could have. So that's what I want to see.
When Pam started, there was a lot of great Jamaicans, musicians, singers, and all that at that time coming up.
Yeah.
Are you seeing that we have that kind of numbers anymore? That kind of soul in today's, generation.
We have the numbers, but I think in terms of how distinguished they are and how different they are, we're not necessarily seeing that. Everybody did kind of have them own a corner, and when you heard a particular voice, you knew who each artist was. So I think the numbers, the numbers are more than there. I think it's in the personality and individuality of each. That is what we're looking for. Too many people sounding like this other person wouldn't set a trend. Back in the in the 90s and even in the early 2000s, that's way before you know. It's hard. You can only pick out a few. You know who a voice belongs to who, but you don't really know it very well. So the numbers are there.
What's causing that?
A mixture of fear to try your own thing. I definitely believe to go out there and make your own mistakes and bring your own uniqueness to the front lines. You see somebody else do carry up or have a particular strategy or so, and you think that's what's going to work, and so tens of thousands of other people try that same thing, and so we just have this copy machine going on. It's no offense to anyone. I just want to encourage others to be brave enough to try something more unique, something from their heart.
I remember Jeffrey Osborne coming in Jamaica, and he was interviewed, and he was saying one of the reasons for that is that if a producer hear a good sound or get a good sound, they want everybody to sound like that because that was a winning formula, but you don't get the uniqueness.
I think it works to an extent, and probably when a certain set are in control, you feel as though you cannot take another path or try something different. You feel as though you'll be blocked, but as you can see today, there are many ways around it.
Oh yeah.
We can definitely try. We can definitely get somewhere with it.
Well,
I think that is the uniqueness and the fear to try something different.
Well, uniqueness is good, I think. Anyway.
It most definitely is. Totally agree with that. So That's where that's where I come into as someone coming up in this music industry. I want to be able to tap into myself even more and express that which makes me me. Of course, I came from my mom, and so you're going to hear some similarities between me and Miss Pam. It's just other thing, but you will be able to hear who I am as I grow, and as you see me, you get to see more of who I am.
That is wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, and you hear the other projects that are coming out. Because as I said before, one is not it's different from Step on Myself. This one is called Watch Out, Look Out, and it's featuring another artist who's rising on the scene by the name of Elad Gideon. I have projects with my mother, with Pam Hall, Errol Wilson. There's projects with Blizzy. He's another artist and producer. He's the grandson of legendary Tootsie Bird. There's work with DJ Kurt Riley, and I'm trying to do my best to keep it small, the circle not too big. You don't want to overexpose to us. Give yourself time to grow and work with a certain set, and eventually you branch out more. But that's what's coming on. So we're doing our best to get the ball rolling.
Yep. So we are here. We've been waiting.
Thank you.
We'll be waiting for lots more.
Yep. Definitely.
Miss Pam, are you still there?
Yeah, man. I'm a good listener.
Well, we all can see.
Yeah, but to address the question about, like you mentioned, about the young musicians, I have had occasion to work with many young musicians on stage in particular. And I have no fear about the quality of musicianship that's coming out. And of course, School of Music also is helping to produce
wonderful
musicians of quality. But I've worked with many of them, and sometimes I stay on stage. I'm on stage and I say, listen to me, folks. The future of Jamaican music is in good hands. These are excellent musicians.
Yeah, that is great. Go ahead.
You know who we have to credit? We have to. Oh my God. One thing that is not done enough or at all is to credit the engineers who help to make your sound or your sound. Yeah, you sound good enough, but them do them part. And you have some engineers who wear multiple caps. Them is not just pressing record. Them is telling you what to sing. Some of them is telling you how to sing it. Some of them is arranger. Some of them are also producers. Some of them is giving you the ideas for the background vocals that you do. Some of them are telling you which ad-lib to go with. You have some of them out there. I'm currently working with one myself, Douglas Flanagan, and there are others that I know of, close and personal. And we need to credit them more as well. It's not just the artist. Sometimes we just see who is at the front and we just dig up the artist and we don't credit who's behind. You have some managers like Willow who wear that cap too. He's not just a manager, he's a producer, he's a songwriter, he's an arranger. So I believe in crediting myself as an artist, but I have to credit everybody else who puts in the work to make you out there, help to make you as unique. Sometimes you don't even see what you can do for yourself. Sometimes it's somebody else that see and say, I say you should do it, or say you and you say, all right, let me take this advice, and you follow through and you do it, and it really works out for you. So, and then sometimes we go up there and make it seem as though we came up with all this on our own, and we didn't. That's all the time.
Yes.
No, man,
Can you finish, Pam?
Oh, I was having a little interruption.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I concur with Tafina.
Mm-hmm.
I have also actually in receiving awards given credit to engineers. We have
Okay.
to go. They play a vital role. But when tell you some other people, you see the selector them,
Oh God,
Mhm.
man.
they help to shape the music.
Oh,
I
yes.
remember in the early days when dancehall was just coming in,
Mm-hmm.
the selectors would do that horseman thing. That's the first thing I remember. Zoop, 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 zoop. That's the first mix I remember selectors doing.
Mm-hmm.
Then that would filter out into the performance, the stage performance, and then back to the studio where these mixes will actually be in recordings. The second mix I remember is the enduring one. Do 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 do. It was during the festival competition. I heard a selector, like before the performances and the sound is playing, and the selector was doing that thing. Do 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 do, and it added something to the music. And then before you know it, it starts happening on stage, and then back into the studio. So our engineers and selectors have helped to shape our music, to shape genres of Jamaican music, and I salute them. You go.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Salute the radio station. Salute the podcast. Salute anyone who's letting you know your music being heard, getting your music heard. So
Yes, definitely. And another thing I like to comment on is the uniqueness of voices that you were discussing earlier on.
yeah.
Jamaica used to have so many unique singers. Take
Oh, yes.
a Dennis Brown, the sound of a Dennis Brown,
Mhm.
the sound of a
Mm-hmm.
John Holt, Alton Leroy Sibley, Barry Salmon. And I could go on, Roy Shirley. I could name 50 artists who didn't sound like anybody else. Totally unique. And the same used to be for African American music too.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Benton.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there were so many people who sounded unique and
Different.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cookie cutter thing now that's going on, it makes music, vocal music, less interesting for me.
Yeah, boring. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, because you can't even say, oh, this is that person,
Yeah.
because they use the same effects, and they're also even doing it with the melodies, making the melodies not, they don't wave now, they're straight now. Everything fitting into one thing. For me, that's boring. No, back to another question you asked earlier on about my musical influences.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, on the Jamaican side,
Mhm.
people who have influenced my style of singing. The biggest one is Delroy Wilson.
Okay.
Delroy Wilson.
Good
The
one.
great
That.
Daryl.
Soulfulness, yeah. His soulful delivery influenced how I sing. Bob Marley also influenced how I sing. And Dennis Brown. Those are the main vocal influences from
Mhm.
Jamaica. Aretha, I always liked Aretha. I mean, I don't compare people to Aretha.
There's
She
none.
alone in a fair
There's
couple.
none. There's none.
Yes, no, she won the lesson.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Dionne Warwick, people used to say I sound like Dionne Warwick
Mhm.
when I just started to sing. I didn't really see it, but I can see that being so because I used to listen to her. My brother had a couple of Dionne Warwick albums, and I used to play them and listen to them all the time. And from earlier in her career, with Message to Michael and them songs, I used to trains and boats and planes and songs. I used to love those songs. So she has probably influenced me. Although, like I said, I don't hear it, but other people hear it. But
Well,
biggest, Influence, huh?
I never used to hear you in my sound. Wouldn't tell me
Yeah,
to go hear it. No.
yeah. But the biggest influence, musical influence, in terms of our sing is actually instrumental music.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, and yeah, that's weird for a singer, but yeah, that's my biggest influence. Um, I'm always trying to sing like an instrument. I mean, yes, the voice is the first instrument, and we must always remember that. But I'm always trying to sing like guitar and trumpet and whatever, and have the musical approach of ad libbing and stuff. And I get great pleasure from that. My fun of us with a song used to be when the soloing starts, like in Skia and so that kind of thing. When the soloing starts, that is what keeps me. So really and truly, that's my greatest vocal influence. Instrumental music is my greatest vocal influence.
And you also do a lot of that in your performances. We have the sounds as opposed to the words.
Yeah.
And it's very few people I've seen that can actually do that effectively. Where you create the sounds of a different instrument with your voice.
Yeah, well, that's one of my pleasures. I love doing that.
But I can tell you, it is really nice. It is really nice, and it's different.
Tough. Tafina,
I'm here.
I have some words of advice for you. And it's
Yes.
coming from somebody that said, please tell Taf to complete and release her songs and not worry about being perfect. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm leaving you to figure out who you think might say that.
Yes.
Okay.
That's where you want to go, Willow. and the song is being done in Selgon. So yeah.
Okay.
Got you, Willow.
Okay.
I'll tell you something. It's the same thing that Bobby Digital did to me, even though it was with his production, with I'll Always Love You. I didn't get it normally I want, but I just did. They did not give it to me. Because I would be finding all kind of thoughts. I want to do this over, I want to do that over. And occasionally people, I remember Dwight saying to me more than, leave the song alone, come. So yeah, there's a lesson in that. Put it out. And I like to say, all the great ideas you have, from next June.
Yeah.
That's
So true.
Yeah. Big question for you now. Did you also pass on the whistling?
I think I did.
Okay. Taf, can you speak to that?
Yes. Yes, Pastor.
Okay. So
I take it out because I used to want to whistle and I was determined to learn how to whistle.
okay. So we soon hear some whistling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
Okay.
I've actually done sessions whistling.
Yeah, well, you did something for me there that, well, not for me, but somebody else that I heard whistling, and it was so magnificent. Yeah.
Oh, stepping out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was whistling.
Yeah,
that was the whistling on that track.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, tell me some man. I never knew that was a whistling on it. That's
it was
good.
fun whistling. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Stepping
out loud. That's the stepping out loud track. Stepping.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
That's good.
one
That's
night I was
very
working
good.
with Ibo, right? Yeah, I was working with Ibo one night at a little event, And it was like a corporate event. So I'm sitting down and singing and stuff. And then I started to whistle. And I'm looking at the people and they're looking around at the one and where's that coming from?
Yeah.
And then looking and then look puzzled and then after a while they realized that I was whistling. Yeah, man. I have been told, I have been told a whistling woman and a crowing hen is an abomination to the Lord. And I say, yo, I'm the biggest abomination. Midnight, start whistle. Yeah, so it's another way of making music. I love that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, no, say it sound good. It's really nice.
Yeah, I did a session, I think it was last year. Somebody was looking for somebody who could whistle to do a session. And I did this session, I was contracted to whistle. I ended up singing on the session as well. But I really was contracted to whistle. You see?
What?
Yeah, man.
Oh, the next I want to.
Go again.
Flavius. He's rerouting, reconnecting. You there, Flavius?
No.
Hello?
We can't hear you. Ask the question again.
Yeah, no, I can start again. The multiple sections of the music business. When one person, like doing producing, arranging, writing, singing, you know? How you manage that? How is that managed?
It's not easy. It can be challenging at times. But I do like to hello?
Yeah, you're still here.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're all here.
Yeah. I do like to express myself musically in as many areas as possible. That's how I am. I like to say I'm musically greedy, so I will wear several hats. It is my nature. Mm-hmm. But yes, it does have challenges at times, but that's me. I love doing that.
So when you were saying religion Flavius, did you mean in terms of collecting your credits as well when you're dealing with other people?
Definitely. Yeah. No, definitely including collecting your credits and all that. But in the whole credit.
Okay, even the creating.
Flavius? We're gonna play a song and see if we can catch him back because I think he's reconnecting. So we're gonna play a song and then we're gonna play a song and then see if we can get back Flavius.
Think you are the one for me. Here is where you ought to be.
Yes. We're back again with the legend, Miss Pam Hall, and the young and coming artist, Tafina. Flavius, do we have you again with
Hey,
us? All
yeah,
right. You were asking Tafina a question,
Nice
or
to be
she
back.
was.
what I was, yeah, what I was, yeah, let me, yeah, but the whole process of creating the music, which is more than just singing. I mean, you have to write it, you have to
Mhm.
compose it, and you have to record it, and then you have to manage it, all that. What kind of effort is that? Because it's actually many different departments, and how many people would have the skill set to be able to do all of that?
Yeah.
We're
You
here.
get
Hello?
you get the question. It seemed like you were breaking up. I don't think she hear all of it fully.
Are you hear me now?
I'm hearing you.
Yeah.
I'm hearing. Are you hearing us? Oh,
Are you
okay.
hearing him, Taf? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We're hearing.
Okay. Take your
Yeah,
time
man.
and go
Hearing.
again.
Okay. We're talking about creating music. And you have the singer that does one thing, you have the composer, that's a different department, you have the arranger, you have the recorder. When all of that is wrapped up in one person, what kind of effort is that? And do you find a lot of people with that or those skill sets to accomplish that?
Well, I definitely think there are quite a few people with those skill sets, and sometimes sometimes it's smoother, and sometimes the process is not. If it is that is one person that's doing it, sometimes it just depends on the song, the mode you're in, the wave you're going on, vibe. Sometimes it's so much easier to come up with the ideas, and sometimes it's not when it's one
Mm.
person. What do you say, Mom?
Um, the creative part, yes, it depends on the song and what is needed. You might need contributions from other people. You have to decide that. There are one or two songs that I've done
Yeah,
all on my own,
true.
carefully and everything. But usually I like to get the input from others and the execution, the better execution from others who are much more
From those
skillful
who do it
than I am.
best.
Right. But the other side of it is the admin side. Now, for people like me, who started decades ago, and others of us who didn't know much about music admin and so on, we have a huge challenge of trying to track down all that we've done and to actually claim with the various collective management organizations. We have a huge challenge doing that, which is why I nag and nag and nag younger artists, musicians, and performers. Get a hold of your catalog that you have worked on, whether it is lead or an accompanying role. Because lead is one income stream, accompaniment is another income stream. And there are a lot of other income streams. There are about 5 or 6 income streams. So I like to encourage them. Right now, you're young in the business, you don't have this whole bag of work to track down and, record and claim and so on. Get a hold of it now. Don't let it get out of hand. Because you see me, I'll be tracking down music for the rest of my life. Hello?
Yes, I'm here
Yeah.
Are
still.
we all here?
Yeah, we all here. We all here.
Yes.
We all here.
Yes.
Flavius is
That's
there.
a job.
Think Flavius going in and out.
Yeah. Everybody here?
Not fully. Flavius is reconnecting. Easier now. Easier now.
Mm. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, that's a job that I, among quite a few others, will be doing, tracking down music that we worked on for the rest of our lives, because you're talking about decades of work.
Yeah.
And for a long time, no, from now on, from going forward, that part is easy, tracking down.
Mm-hmm.
And like if we do an original song, I already said earlier, so those don't get away. But things from the past are more difficult.
Okay.
So like me, personally, not speaking for me, the work that I have to do on producing, writing, performing, and the music admin side of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I am running a company with a whole heap of work, a huge catalog of work to catch up on. So for me, it's quite a challenge, which is why, like I say, I encourage younger people, get a hold of yourself. Have your notebook, write down everything you do, get it signed to, put it on a computer, have your backup. Do that now. Then you're not going to get overwhelmed. Because frankly, I'm overwhelmed, but you don't get, and I have to do my thing myself because I can listen to my voice and say, yes, that was me doing that. I mean, the other day I came across a song that I sing the song. I was actually doing some tracking work for somebody else and I came across this song. I said, really? I just remember doing this song, but I hear my voice and I am credited as the lead singer. So write down the things, people. Write down the things. Do your record keeping. I don't want to see young musicians right now having this big pile of things that they don't have any idea what to do with. And you lose a lot. We have, hello?
Yes, I'm here. We're all here. We're still here. He's there. He's hanging on.
Yeah. Yes.
Go ahead.
The Jamaican music business has lost a lot already. We can't worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Going forward, we have to try and get those things in hand. So I encourage everybody, please make a note of what you do going forward. And at the same time, start looking at what you did before, make a note. Yeah.
True. Any final thoughts, staff? Tafina?
Final thoughts are to anyone doing the music, just to do it. Just to just take the chance to look foolish, And that advice goes for me as well. Just take that advice to look foolish. Just take the chance to be heard and grow in front of everyone. That's just what it is. Those are my final thoughts. And just thank you guys again for having me and my mother.
Thank both of you for taking time out of your morning schedule and for being here with us.
All morning, can't believe it.
Yeah, we look forward to, having you guys once again. Maybe Tafina, we're going to be hearing from you maybe sooner than very soon. But the platform is always available for both of you at any time you guys feel like, lending your voice to something.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
And once again, I hear up all the musical lovers who are listening to us. I also would like to heal up those we have lost along the way, and in particular, those we have lost recently. Mm-hmm. We have to try and learn from this situation now and not let those deaths be in vain.
True.
People, all of you people who have passed on.
Yeah, man. And shout out to everyone who is currently tuning in. Thank you guys for taking the time out to listen to.
Yep.
Is there any song you want us to play for any one of you?
Mm, no, do you have feel so good today? I feel so good today. I had a nice.
From who? From you?
That's a song.
From you? Or somebody else?
Yes.
Oh, it's from you.
Testament album with Ernie.
Oh, I feel. Oh, it's from the jazz album with you and Ernie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got that.
Yeah.
A song written by Ernie, by Willow and myself. Willow being the major partner.
Okay.
Songwriting team.
Well, we're gonna hit you up with "Feel So Good," the string and the voice, Miss Pam Hall and Mr. Ernest Ranglin.
Oh, feels so good today. Hey, feels so good today. Oh, feels so good today. Hey, feels so good today. Up this morning, early this morning, grooving all over the place. Happy emotions, true devotion with the sunshine in my face. More razzle dazzle, no slouchy pouchy, things are moving on. I strut my stuff, more glide in my stride, sees nothing can go wrong. Oh, feels so good today. Hey, feels so good today. Oh, feels so good today. Hey, feels so good today. Now if you see me with this silly grin, don't think that I am mad. And if everything you say I smile is more proof I'm truly glad. Sometimes this kind of feeling just takes control of me. And when it does, Lord knows it does, it makes me act crazy. Oh, feels so good today. Hey, feels so good today. Oh, feels so good today. Hey, feels so good today.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead now.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Aunt Yvette, to Willow. Shout out to Sharika. Shout out to Maritza, Uncle Raymond, Auntie Audrey. Anybody you wanna say, Mom? The dog.
Doug, everybody who is listening, and in particular, our family.
Yeah.
Love
Yes,
them.
everyone. Definitely everyone is listening.
All right.
Yeah.
So Flavius, with that note, we're gonna take care of ourselves. So for all of you listening out there, as always, I tell you, always remember the prayer do changes things, regardless of what religion you belong to. You must pray and continue praying. So this is Franco
and Flavius. And as always, I say, keep your distance, social distance, physical.
Continue, Flavius. Continue.
Keep your distance.
Well, with that, our theme song, Take Care of Yourself with Tafina to take us out.
All you gotta do is just be speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer so rough. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know what set me if it could flee. Me have to take away me say. Me have to take away me say. Me have to hide like a thief in the night. Me have to get out of sight. Me have to take away myself. Have to take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Shorty, I cleave her eyes. I said, yeah, I find you very hard to resist. But this relationship I'm gonna desist. But how can I face you when all I wanna do is just taste you? I know you think I play me, I play you, but soon you're gonna see the light of day. Just relax, don't move an inch. I'll be gone in a pinch. May I feel take away myself. May I feel take away myself. May I feel hide like a thief in the night. May I forget out of sight. May I feel take away myself. Take away myself. I have to utilize I wings. Shorty, I a clean pair of heels. I say, been there, done that, don't need it again, yeah. I'm not a masochist who won't play your game, yeah. To all you move, you off me way to the core. Sayonara, the hot girl gone through the door. Take away ourselves. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Stand up on the body, girl, let me take me ourselves. Take me ourselves. Stand up on the body, girl, let me take me
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless. Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.